we're here, because that's what it's all about. We're supposed we're supposed to answer questions for you guys. But a couple of things. Obviously, at the event, we did roll out the new studio, and we're not in the new studio today, basically just because we didn't get everything switched over from our automations to let you guys know in time. So I was like, okay, well, we'll do one more AMA on here, and then we're going to move over next week into the platform. In fact, or into the studio. We actually will be probably in the studio on Thursday for the business, for the community builders call. So that's good. And then let's see. So we rolled that out. We rolled out Opperly, which is our new AI assistant / workplace. I think it's a little more than an AI assistant. It's definitely a AI powered workplace. It will help you do so many things. And so we're excited about that. If you want more information around that, you can get that at getopperly.ai. And let's see, I'm trying to think of the other things that we rolled out at the event. There's so many things happening. Lots of great speakers. If you miss things, we are going to try to have some replays at some point in the near future. We're waiting on the I'm sorry, my brain is a little cluttered today with all the stuff, all the details. So words are not coming right out the gate for me today. But we're waiting on our AV team to see how quickly they can turn the videos for us. So that's going to be exciting. We're going to hopefully have some replays available for those of you who didn't get to watch, or if you missed something, even if you were there. I know, and I'm anxious to see, what. Go back and watch those. So I see some people asking about GetOpperly. There you go. So we did roll out a promotional video from one of our community members who owns a company called I Decide. That is available as well. We'll get links for some of this stuff for you guys. But that's kind of the highlights, I guess, the big things that I can think of off the top of my head. So I'm going to scroll back and see where we're going to start picking up questions and just jumping in. I'm so excited. Those of you who were there live, I can sense the energy and excitement. One of the amazing things about the event is that we do have immense energy and momentum coming out of the event. Some of the things that have happened even just today are like, mind-blowing. So a lot of great stuff is coming up for sure. Okay, so I'm so sorry, Lisa, you weren't there. If there was an event for you to miss, and it's unfortunate that you did miss it. I'm telling you guys right now, do not miss any of the rally events moving forward. We're going to have another one in early fall sometime, like September, October timeframe. That's going to be Momentum 2026. You do not want to miss, because we did have an amazing event. All right, so thank you. So Fritz is asking, are we good to start asking companies to transition to R-Link VC? I'm not sure what you mean, but are you assuming you're referring to the studio? Absolutely. Everybody has been ported over. One of the things we're going to be doing inside of the next day is we're going to be sending out just making sure the entire community is in the know about the studio. We had several demos today on the studio. Everything seems to be working pretty good. Every time you get, new users, everybody's experience is slightly different. So we're working on finalizing some of the mobile distinctions right now. There's been a few hiccups on the mobile side, just transparently, but they think they've ironed those out. So, we're looking pretty good. If you want to share the platform, it's the same as it always has been. It's go into right now, as it stands right now. Hopefully this won't be true for long, Fritz. But if you just go into your Connect account, go to your shares, and choose the platform video instead of the node video, and you can send that out. Share the platform with others, and it will give credit to you if they purchase. Another thing that we rolled out at the event, for those of you who weren't there, is a white labeled version of the studio. Right now, that is a wait list. We will have more details on that probably within the week, and we're hoping to have that out within, for purchase within the week. We've done a couple of white labels already, just kind of behind the scenes deals, and they're working very well. So if you know of any companies that would like to, maybe potentially white label the studio, I think we're pretty close to being ready. I want to answer the second part of your question about the digital assistant, which is Opperly. The name for Opperly is basically I call it a smash word. So it's a smash word between operate and simply. So Opperly, to answer your question about whether it's ready to share, sorta. Okay, so the sorta is that it works very similarly to how RLink works. So if somebody comes to the front door, they come to rlink.com proper and they order. They didn't come through a share link, but they go ahead and place their order to get a subscription. Then that order, if they're in your friend chain, then you will get credit for that sale. And you will be paid out on the blockchain side of things within 3 days inside of WinPay. Opperly works the same way. So right now, if you have somebody that's on your team or in your ecosystem that you've already shared Connect with, you can send them to Opperly, getopperly.ai, and they can grab an account and you will get credit for it and you will get paid out within 3 days in the WinPay. So right now, that's our only mechanism for sharing. In the near future, we're going to fix that. We have to do some back-end coding. We have to connect to, I won't even bore you with all it's not drama necessarily, but there's a little drama, but I won't bore you with all the tech details, but we're trying to get it to where it's seamless. There's one link, not multiple links, because the reality is a lot of people will want to share Opperly, but they don't want to force people to get a Connect account to get another tool, right? So we can't have that disconnect. It's not a smooth customer journey. So we're going to be working on that. In fact, I am already working on it. I just don't have the solution in place yet, but coming soon. Pam, yes, the studio is working. We haven't had any problems with the screen share so far that I'm aware of. So if you had problems, then please send us a support ticket, because I know I've been on it several times today. I didn't have any problems with my screen share, but this goes back to it. Just because I don't have any problems with it doesn't mean anybody else is not going to. And I always, nothing irritates me and Rhonda more when somebody says, hey, well, it worked for me. Like, well, something's wrong with you instead. So that's not what I'm applying. I'm just saying so far, I haven't had a problem, or we haven't had anybody say there's a problem, but you obviously have a problem. So we need to, there's a problem is my point. That was a long way around that one. Okay. And we have dropped, Joseph, we have dropped the Opperly link in several times. If you are, it's the getopperly.ai. And we've got customers already on it, using it. It's pretty exciting to see that when I coded that little beast, which has become quite it's ever evolving. And so it's getting to a place where it surprises me sometimes even. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it did that. So I think if you guys haven't checked it out, I encourage you to do so. Right now, Ange, we don't have the recordings in hand, but we hope to have them soon. We're just waiting on the AV team to get back to us to let us know what the timeline is. All right, Ella is saying she used the RLink Studio today. Good, I love it. Rick is saying, in the side, it asks for an RLink link to refer clients. What do we use for that? Such a great question. The event started. Darren did the Fox Business News interview down in Miami. We do not have that footage yet, although I have been in communication with their team. They also wanted to get some footage from the event to see if they could weave that in. So that's another reason that I'm trying to get with our AV team to see if we can get the footage as quickly as we can. We did get the raw footage back finally just yesterday from the FinTech interview. There is quite a few things on that needs to be edited. So I'm in the middle of making a list of those edits, and I'll get that back over to them. They'll do the edits. In what timeline, not sure, but they'll get those edits done, and then we'll have the FinTech interview out. And I guess that once they've done the final edits and we've approved it, then it'll go public, and then it'll be something we can all use and share. So thanks for the nudge on that. I'm glad I had some news on it. Okay. So guys, if you're seeing anything inside of the studio, because Pam just mentioned that the support is not working in there, which I will figure out what's going on. You have your notes, you push your notes from the studio over to Operaly, and Operaly, takes over from that point. It reviews the notes. It says, okay, these 3 people need to be followed up with. I need to book follow-up calls with these 2 people. And it just does those things on your behalf. So we're going to be integrating the studio with Operaly in some key ways, which will also be super powerful. Lindy is asking, so we will be slowly bringing new users to the new platform. I don't know if slowly is going to be what's going to happen. I think we're just going all in right now. We feel like the infrastructure is strong enough to support new users. Are we going to have some I'll call it UI UX things potentially, but we are literally fixing those in the minute. And so I mean, there's no limit right now on the platform. We're just going all in. Okay, I see Rhonda's answers. Connect side where they're trying to balance all the things, trying to get us ready to scale up even at a larger degree on their side. So I think they are a little bit behind, but they will fulfill and get you taken care of. Mark is asking, is Operaly demo free? No, it is not free. It's an additional charge. There is a $50 package and a $200 package. And then how will the rewards work for jumping on calls or inviting people? Will it be a set amount? Inside of the R-Link, the new studio, we actually have the rewards in place, and we've started with a basic reward system. We will be augmenting this as we go, but we wanted to start to see what it would look like, how it would function, and if we can make it function correctly. And so we've started with basic rewards for hosting a meeting, inviting people to a meeting, and attending a meeting. And these are things that we can quantify. Basically, we have touch points on pretty much everything from a data perspective, but a lot of things can be gamed if we don't put some boundaries around them. So that's why we're being careful on the front side with just opening it up with the 3 touch points right out the gate. There is a calculator built into the new studio, so you can play around with it and, see what it would look like. Like I say, this is just the start. We're going to open it up over time and make it a lot more robust. We have a few people who are saying the sound is really bad. So I see Rhonda saying log in. Hey, Sean, simply for one silly reason, we didn't get the communications out to the community in time for the switcheroo. We should be on the studio on Thursday for the business builders call. All right. Okay, so Leanne is saying her password, and is that for the studio, Leanne? You're saying your password reset is not working again? And if so, just send us a support ticket. I hate to keep telling y'all to send a support ticket, but trust me, it totally exceeded my expectations, and I had some pretty high expectations. So if you all agree, those of you who are with me, at the event, if you felt like it exceeded your expectations, I'd love to hear, just drop in your thoughts on that, because I know there are people that didn't get a chance to be there. Speaking of influencers, somebody was mentioning they walk out the door and there's a Ferrari and a Bentley sitting out front. Well, that kind of tells you some of the quality of the, quote unquote influencers. But I want to step back from that for a second, because every one of you on this call is an influencer. Just soak that in for a hot second. How many of you go to a restaurant and you tell people about the restaurant because it was good, or you tell them it wasn't good because you didn't like it? I mean, we're all influencers. We all have the capability to influence somebody's decision if we just open our mouths. Now, you think that just because they have thousands of followers that, they're an influencer. We're all influencers, each and every one of us. So it just goes back to, are you going to sit on it and wait for someone else to tell people about us? Or are you going to tell people about us? You know, we all own this. Hashtag we own this. It's up to each and every one of us to do our part. And Billy is asking, is anything required to connect BlockBots to Rally for the increased daily rewards? Great question, Billy. And the short answer is that's not in place yet. So I don't know how that's going to work just yet. They're currently coding this now that the vote has been passed. And I just don't know what it's going to look like. So I'm sorry, I can't answer with specificity. Just not quite sure what it's going to look like. I don't know if there'll be a check mark that you have to go in and click. I just don't know how it's going to work. So Stacy's asking, so if I share our link on a call to people who have been invited by my leaders, they will get the referral link provided they are in the friend chain. As long as they are in the friend chain, it doesn't matter who referred them, Stacy. As long as they have a Connect account, they go by either r-link.com or they go to getopperly.ai. That credit will be given back to the original referrer. And that's how it will work. And that payout for those those signups will happen monthly because these are monthly subscriptions, but it will happen within 3 days within the Connect shopping. The Connect WinPay. And Greg is asking, are the conversion tools CAT active? CAT? Not sure on you guys. What we have is not just a video conferencing platform. We actually have a production studio and in the R-Link studio. So it is not, it's, you know, there's some, it's referred to us as a Zoom killer. We're not competition for Zoom. Nobody has what we have. So nobody has the ability to pop a link up on the screen and sell directly within an event, meaning a meeting, a webinar, and a live stream, or have the ability ultimately to pull in a contract, or some of the things, the functionality that we're going to have, the smash between communication and commerce. So I don't even feel like Zoom is our competition, because there is no competition. There is nobody that is going to have what we have, and there will be nobody who won't use us if they are selling something ultimately. And there will be a lot of people like, we had a lot of people say, well, I don't really sell something. But that's fine, totally fine. You can still use the platform and do a regular meeting and talk to grandma or your sister or whomever and get rewarded for doing so. Again, no competition, because nobody else is doing that in the meeting conferencing scene. So yeah, we definitely have something that no one else is going to have. And with the new studio in play, it is going to give us a higher value proposition. Some of the people that are looking at this, I'll give you a couple of examples. And this is probably going to happen. I'm probably going to code a custom studio for telehealth. So, can you imagine if the cash-only doctors, like, functional doctors, for example, who, insurance doesn't cover their services, if they could do a consult with a customer, potential customer, they could explain their services, put a buy now option on the screen, have them buy it in the moment, and have them to sign their disclaimers all again right there in one fell swoop in one ecosystem. Can you imagine what we could do for telehealth? So, we've already got a potential white label customer that has asked me to potentially code a custom telehealth studio for them. So that's my point. It's like there is so many verticals that this could be applied to that, again, no one has this capability. So it's fun to see us actually, seeing other people see how awesome the opportunity is. So Stacy, you can't miss the calculator. It's right at the top of the new studio.